Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea and today we are talking all about my 2020 favorites. I know that this is long overdue. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, so my filming has been like all out of whack. I don't want to make this video super long and I have a ton of stuff to talk about, so let's dive right in. We're going to start with primers. I always use a hydrating primer and a pore filling one. My first primer is the MAC Strobe Cream. This has been a favorite of mine for years. I love how hydrating it is and how glowy it makes my skin look, and I've been through several. Next for hydrating, this is newer to my collection. This is a Glossier Future Dew. I actually purchased this on Black Friday and I just cannot stop using it. If you have dry skin, this is perfect for you. If you have oily skin, I would probably stay away. If your skin is just a little bit oily though, this is really amazing. For pore filling, I have a couple. This is also newer to me. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. This probably blurs more than any other primer I've ever used. If you hear my dogs wrestling, I'm sorry. They love to do that when my husband gets home from work. And he just got home. I don't think they're gonna stop either. Anyways, this has quickly become a favorite as well. I think I got this around November and I am just obsessed. I can't stop using it. For drugstore, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer is a favorite. You can see I've hit major pan on this. I just really enjoyed this primer. And then finally, we have the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I don't like the original silk canvas. This is a dupe for, but for some reason, I really enjoy the liquid version. So if you're looking for something smoothing, all three of those are really wonderful. 2020 was the year of foundation finds for me. I have 6 items in front of me, and honestly, I could even talk about more, but I just had to narrow it down to this. So I'm going to start with the tinted moisturizer. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Vanilla 02. I love this. I've been through 2 or 3 of them already. I just finished one and this is brand new. Yeah, I always have to have this in my collection. It's light to medium coverage, dewy, and lasts on the skin for a really long time. Next we have the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. It says it's water light, medium coverage, and natural radiant finish. I agree with all of that. It is a high medium coverage. I just think this looks beautiful on the skin. It does have some radiance like in the bottle. You can see it if you're looking up close. But I really, really enjoy this. Next we have the Oma Beauty Say What Foundation. This is very full coverage, like very, very full coverage. It's like a satiny, a natural finish. It stays all day. It makes your skin look flawless. Highly, 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 highly recommend. This is a Black-owned brand as well. I love this so much. Next we have Makeup Forever Reboot. This is more of a dewy finish. It's got more of a medium buildable coverage. It's very hydrating. This is just beautiful on the skin as well. I really enjoy this. All of these things that I'm talking about all of these things that I'm talking about complexion wise last for a long time. It really upsets me when people talk about foundations and they only last on the skin for like 4 hours. Normal people need foundations to last all day. So you will always find that with my recommendations. And if they don't, I will tell you. So next we have the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation. I think Kathleen Lights and Allie Glines were both raving about this and the concealer, and that's what made me pick it up. It's so good. Medium to full coverage, natural finish, lasts all day, looks beautiful on the skin. Love it so much. And then last but definitely not least, we have the Rare Beauty Foundation. I did not tell you my shades in all these. I will leave them in the description box. Some of these are my summer shade and some of them are my winter shade, FYI. So Rare Beauty, this is a summer shade for me. It's in 190W. It is a little bit too yellow, but I still love it. I just love this. It's like almost a serum-y lightweight foundation. For me, it's medium to full coverage, and it just looks flawless on my skin. It's more on the dewy side for me as well. That may have to do with the primers that I use underneath it, but I just really enjoy this foundation. So for concealers, I have 4. First off, we have the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. I have 2 shades of this. This one is 10 Light. I think this is my winter shade. Beautiful medium to full coverage. Doesn't crease on me. Lasts all day. Just looks beautiful on the skin. Next, we have the Dior Forever Skin Correct. And I have the shade 1.5N. Medium coverage, natural finish. This is a natural finish as well. Natural, but leans a little bit more on the dewy side. It just looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. I love that. And then for full coverage, I love this Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. I have the shade number 3. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula, and this is probably the one I reach for the most out of all of them. I can't stop using this. It's so good. And then finally, we have the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have several shades of this, and I've hit pan on several of them as well. I don't use this under my eyes typically. I use it more on the face for spot concealing, whether it's like redness on my nose or acne scarring on my chin or my cheeks. This covers redness so well, and it's one of my all-time favorite concealers. I've loved this for years. And last but not least, we have setting sprays. This is the MAC Fix Plus. I've gone through countless of these. I love it so much. When I had oily skin, I didn't enjoy this as much, but this just takes down all the powderiness. If your skin is looking dry or dull, just spray your face with this. It makes everything better. You can use it on eyeshadows to make them more metallic. I love this stuff so much. And then a drugstore option, we have the Pixi Milky Mist, Hydrating Milky Mist. I've already been through one of these, and as you can see, I'm almost finished with this one. I'm definitely going to be trying to use this up, but this is a hyaluronic acid mist. I don't know what it is about this. The MAC is definitely more hydrating. This is almost like a light hydration, if you will. I typically don't reach for setting sprays that like lock in your makeup. Unless it's for like a special occasion. I think I wore Urban Decay All Nighter on my wedding day, but for everyday use, I use stuff like this. So I really enjoy this. My skin loves hyaluronic acid, and that's one of the main ingredients in this, and I just really enjoy it. So last, for like complexion-y type stuff, we have powders. This first one is the Pat McGrath. Oh no, the name has rubbed off. It's like the under eye smoothing setting powder or something like that. As you can see, I've made quite a dip in this. I love this so much. It's technically for your under eyes, but I use it all over my face. Well, I don't typically set my cheeks, but center of my face, and then I've been setting down here because masks, but this is a holy grail favorite. I am truly obsessed with this. And then also we have the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. I have the shade Oat Translucent. For the Pat McGrath one, I have the lightest shade. It looks white. So again, the name has rubbed off, so I have no idea what it is. I think it's just called Light. This, I can't believe I waited so long to try this. People raved about this for a long time before I purchased it. I purchased this in 2020, and I'm just continuously blown away by this powder. I will definitely be continuing to repurchase this, and it just blurs, both of these blur everything out on your face. They're so beautiful. Your makeup lasts for forever. I love them. So now we're gonna move on to blush, bronzer, highlight. I have lots of bronzers and blushes, so be prepared. Let's start with some drugstore options. The first one we have is this ColourPop Coconut Beach Powder Bronzer. As you can see, I hit pan. I went ham in this bronzer this year. I love it so much. I love the undertone of this. I think it comes in one other shade. So I know that ColourPop came out like yesterday saying that they were going to be working with some Black creators to up their inclusivity on their social media and with their products. So I think they are working on bronzers and blushes that work for deeper skin tones. So hopefully we see that really soon, but I really enjoy this formula. This is matte as well. I do enjoy matte and shimmery bronzers, and I typically like to mix them together. So the only cream bronzer I put in here this time is the Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer. I have the shade Seychelles. This cream bronzer is just beautiful. I think it comes in 3 shades. That's not very many, but the darkest one is pretty dark. The formula of this is just beautiful. I have realized that I tend to enjoy cream products that lean more of like a dried down matte finish. They last longer, and I just feel like they look better on the skin, especially because I'm typically using a more dewy foundation when I'm wearing them. So this has more of a natural satin finish to it, and I just really enjoy this. Okay, we have one more drugstore. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in number 1. I just love this. The tone of it is really beautiful. It's not too orange, but it's warm. It just blends beautifully on the skin. This one's matte, if I didn't say that already. I really enjoy this. I think I'm going to be hitting pan on this in 2020. I hit pan on bronzers pretty easily, so it's not going to be hard to do. So next for my high end, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, and I have the shade number 2, medium. This came out this year, and I don't regret picking this up at all. It glides on the skin so beautifully and blends so effortlessly. I thoroughly enjoy this product. It just looks beautiful. And then last but not least, I am not actively supporting Hourglass right now. I think I talked about this in another video, and I don't want to dive too deep into it in this video, but until they become more inclusive and they actually care about providing products for deeper skin tones, I won't be supporting them or purchasing their products. However, I will be using what I have. I'm going to try not to show them on camera as much though, but their bronzers have been my favorite for 3-4 years. I've been through a whole one, and I have 2 shades right now. This is my more winter shade. It's just so beautiful on the skin. I don't want to recommend this to y'all because of how they're acting, but this is like my number 1 favorite bronzer. Like if I had to get rid of all of my bronzers, this is what I would keep. Anyways, I will not be repurchasing this if I run out until I see some improvement from them. Okay, let's move on to blushes. I have a couple of creams, so let's start with those. This was the year of Tower 28 for me, and I think most people. This is the shade Magic Hour. I have 2 of these, but this is definitely my most used shade. It just goes with every single look. Like when I don't know what blush to use, this is what I reach for, and I feel like it goes with everything. It's not cool, it's not too warm. It's just nude enough with a hint of pinky peachness that is not overpowering, and it looks beautiful with everything. So I also really love this formula. I've said this before, this is thicker. It almost has coverage to it, and I really like that about this product. So I love these. Next we have the MAC Glow Play blush. I have two shades, but this is the shade Cheer Up. I just really enjoy these formulas. It's moussey, like putty-like in texture. I don't know if you can see that bounce, but these just glide beautifully on the skin. If you're scared of cream products, this is almost the best way to go to like dip your toe in, because it's kind of a cream product, but it's also kind of a powder product. You don't have to treat this like a cream. Like, I would never put this on top of powder personally. I know people do that with their cream products, to each their own, but this you can treat more like a powder and it works. So super, super love this. The shade you choose doesn't matter. The formula is just fabulous. So next we have a duo. This is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. This is in the shade Do We Know Her. I have one other shade. This is definitely my most used. You can see there's a cream here and a powder. I love mixing these together. Peachy blushes are one of my favorites, so this shade is just my go-to, but the formula on these is great. It's so, so good. Highly recommend. Patrick Ta actually says to put the powder down first and then put the cream on top, and it gives you that glowiness. I still prefer to put the cream down first and then put the powder on top, but it's absolutely your choice, and I love that there's the option of that. And then you can also use these separately, so you can really use this product 4 ways. It's so versatile. It's amazing. So next is a formula thing as well. This is the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. This shade is Warm Honey. This and Soft Peach are definitely my most used shades, but this formula is just so beautiful. I would not pay full price for this. I would wait for using a coupon or if they're on sale. More recently, you've been able to find them in the 21 Days of Beauty for half off, so I would definitely wait for that because they are pricey. I think they're $38 or something. Just wait until they're on sale. But they are such a beautiful formula. I highly, highly recommend these. I have 5 out of the 6 shades that they offer. Oh no. I'm gonna have to be careful with this last one. It just popped out. This is the Burt's Bees blush in Bare Peach. Kathleen Lights definitely is the one that raved about these blushes to begin with. I think she raved about Toasted Cinnamon, but Bare Peach is my jam because I love peach blushes. If you don't like shimmery blush, do not buy this. This is very sheeny, but it just makes your cheeks glow. Like, you don't need highlighter. I still wear highlighter when I wear this, but you don't need highlighter when you wear these. I wasn't going to include this, but I feel like I have to because I get so much use out of it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop Blusher in the shade Love Glow. I also have another shade, I think it's Pillow Talk, but this shade in particular is just my favorite. It's like a peachy pink with a gold shimmer. It's not a dupe for Nars Orgasm, but it's in the same realm as that. It looks so beautiful on the cheeks, and it does have a sheen to it. So again, if you don't like glowy blushes, I wouldn't recommend that, but if I want a pink blush, this is usually my go-to. Okay, let's move on to highlighters. This is one of my most used highlighters. I love this formula. It's so smooth. I typically mix these three together. Oh, I feel like that's not coming off as well. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. These are relatively decently priced for Dior. I think it's $40, but for Dior, it's a good price. The formula in this is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's so smooth. I really enjoy like glass skin type textures, and that gives it to me every time. It's foolproof. It is also more on the subtle side. So like I've been doing interviews and I wear this when I go to my interviews. Yes, I still wear highlighter in an interview. It's who I am, okay? Next we have Benefit Cookie. Jaclyn Hill raved about this for years, and I just picked it up in 2020, I believe 2020. This is the most blinding highlighter that I own, for sure. I definitely think this would look ashy on deeper skin tones, but if you're fair, or it would be great as like a topper to a darker highlighter, just like on the tips of the cheekbones. This is blinding. I love it so much. It isn't super, super icy. It does have a little bit of champagne in it. So just FYI. Next we have the Natasha Denona Super Glow to light medium. This doesn't really have a base to it. It is like all glow. And this is like a mature glow. I don't know how else to explain it. This is so epically beautiful. Love it. Last but definitely not least, for highlighters, we have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow. Natasha Denona highlighter formulas are just some of my favorites. This one is more golden undertoned. I think it would suit the most skin tones out of all of these. But I love it. It's beautiful. It looks super smooth on the skin. Okay, I have one more highlighting product, and it is a liquid. This is the Iconic London Original is the shade name. They have a couple of shades, but this is called the Illuminator. This is blinding. It looks like liquid, like it's metallic. Need I say more? It's so pretty. It looks beautiful blended out too. Like it doesn't look, it's just gorgeous on the skin. Just trust me, you need that in your life. Like everyone needs it. I think they have a more pinky shade and then like a bronzy shade. We're moving on to eyes and brows. First, for eyes, we have the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. This has been one of my favorite neutral eyeshadow palettes in 2020. It just has a ton of what I need. It's got pinks, it's got like more neutral browns, and then it's got warm browns, and then it has all these beautiful shimmers in it. I just love this eyeshadow palette so much. Both formulas, the mattes and the shimmers, blend beautifully. Next up is just in general the Natasha Denona formula. I have all 4 of the palettes this size. Love, this is Glam, Bronze, and then Sunrise or Sunset. The one that's this size and the red packaging. I love all of them. Just the Natasha Denona formula in general is my favorite. These are just gorgeous palettes. I guess I can show them to you. This one is probably my most used. This is Bronze. Beautiful. I know people think this is boring, but for everyday use, this color story is just so beautiful. I love this. And then if you're a cool tone lover, here's Glam. I don't lean super towards cool tones, but this is a really beautiful palette for cool toned eyeshadows. And then Love is Pinky Purple, which I absolutely am obsessed with. And then I think it's Sunrise that's probably my second favorite, Sunrise. It's got warm like berries and oranges and yellows, and I just love that color story. So this is probably my favorite purchase of 2020. These are my Cliona eyeshadows. These are the, oh my gosh, what's it called? Stained Glass collection. I'm not gonna sit here and list these shades to y'all, but just know, like, this is my favorite purchase of 2020. I did place another order in December, a pre-order, well, kind of pre-order. I just got shipping confirmation of that today. So once I get that order, it has like 20 shadows in it. So once I get that order, I will do a whole video on this collection and swatches and all that for y'all. I do have a video on my YouTube channel using some of these, so I will leave that in the description box for you. Other than that, I have tons of content on my Instagram surrounding these, like just photos and videos and stuff. So if you want to see more content with these, check out my Instagram. Easily one of the best purchases like I've ever made makeup-wise. I don't really have any eyeliners. I feel like there wasn't anything that I super loved this year, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I have so much stuff that I don't think I need to include one. This, however, the NYX Glitter Primer is my baby. If I'm putting a glittery shade on my eyes, I'm putting this on first, always and forever. I love it. So this is like $6 or something. Worth every penny. Will definitely be repurchasing. You can see how beat up mine is. I have had this for a long time. This is the only one I've ever had, and I'm surprised I haven't used it all yet, which is a good thing. It lasts a long time. So for mascaras, I have a couple. L'Oreal Lash Paradise Waterproof, #1 fave, has been for 3+ years. Always gonna purchase this. I might not always be using it, but I'll always repurchase it. Big fluffy brows. Big fluffy lashes, like the most fluffy big lashes can get a little clumpy, FYI. I don't mind that. And then we have the Monsieur Big Waterproof. Love. This gives you a little more elegant lashes than this one. So less clumping and stuff. I need volume and length out of my mascaras. That's what I want. And this gives me both and just makes them look beautiful. I don't personally like the original that's not waterproof. It's a personal preference though, so it's up to you. I have to have waterproof to hold the curl for my lashes. And then finally we have the Kosas Big Clean. This is such a stunning mascara. I do enjoy this on top of these. That's how I normally wear my mascara, is I put down a coat of waterproof and then I put a non-waterproof on top, and then this will go on my lower lashes as well. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. It is super clumpy at this point. Like, it's probably time to retire it, but if this goes on sale, I would definitely repurchase. It's a great mascara. Also in this category, the non-waterproof is, I don't have one. I have the waterproof version right here. That's not necessarily a favorite, but the non-waterproof Lash Princess, it's in the green. Love. I used one up. earlier this year, so I don't have it. It's getting a little too dark outside. Sorry for the lighting change, but the sun is going down. I was hoping to finish this before it did. Okay. Brows. So I have 2 pencils and 2 gels. First we have the Urban Decay Brow Blade. It has this felt tip side. This one is gone. Yeah. I was obsessed with this felt tip side. I used it all up first and I loved it, but then it also has a pencil on the other side, and I didn't really use the pencil until this side was gone, but now I love the pencil. It's a stunning brow product. Urban Decay did really well with this brow launch. And then we have the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This was the first time I'd purchased this. This is definitely super pigmented. There we go. Yeah, and I appreciate it. You don't have to try very hard with these pencils. You get a spoolie. I have the shade 4.5, and then this Urban Decay one is in Neutral Nana. I wish I would have gotten a shade darker in this. Okay, and then we have the e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. As you can see, this is the brow side. You can see how dirty it is. And this was the mascara side. I haven't really used it much. I would say this is pretty similar to the ABH Clear Brow Gel. And this is $2. $2. I think the ABH one is $20. You could buy 10 of these for that. Even if you use like this, I wouldn't be surprised if these formulas are exactly the same, but it's just trying to keep you separate. I really, really enjoyed this though. Love it. These hold my brows in place pretty well, and I struggle with stuff actually doing that. Speaking of brows, let's take a look at what mine are doing. Okay, and then last but definitely not least for brows, we have the Glossier Boy Brow, and I have the shade Brown. I've been through 3 or 4 of these. I have tried all of the dupes or comparables to this. Nothing compares for me personally. This is my #1 bay. If I just want to fill in my brows with brow gel and not put anything else in them, this is what I use, and I am obsessed with it. Until I find something that works as well as this, then I will keep repurchasing. For real. I just spilled water on myself. I don't think you can tell. It's all good. I was trying to do this as in order as possible, but I missed some stuff. This is the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Grace, and then I have like a peachier shade as well. This is the matte formula too. I love this so much. So pigmented, so beautiful, lasts all day on the skin. Absolutely love. And then an eyeshadow, a single, well, a topper. These are the Artist Couture Diamond Lights Finishers. I've talked about these before. These are just, this is the shade Spotlight Glitz. I think I have 3 of them though. Oh my god. You just look at that like wet looking shine. Worth every penny. Highly recommend. They're so beautiful. Now, last category is lips. Trying to get through this fast, y'all. Okay. There we go. For lip liners, I have 2 formulas. First is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil, Wherever Walnut, Wherever Walnut, Endless Cacao. Two faves, love them, wear them all the time. This Endless Cacao is really great for contouring the lips. This is warmer, and it's just a beautiful, like, neutral everyday shade. And then just MAC lip liners in general. The pencil versions are a favorite. I have the shade Soar here. I also love Chicory and Half Red. Several others. Whirl. Love, love, love these pencils. Will forever repurchase those. For lipsticks, I only have a few. I have a lot of glosses, FYI. Juvia's Place. This launch was incredible. This is the shade Mademoiselle. These are matte, but they're silky and smooth and creamy, and they last for a long time. I am obsessed with this formula. The packaging is beautiful as well. Can't go wrong. Such a good price too. MAC lipsticks are also some of my most used ever. This is the shade Velvet Teddy specifically. This is my favorite. Absolutely love. If you don't have Velvet Teddy, go get it. It's so good. Go get it. What is up with my hair? Okay. This is kind of a lipstick, kind of a balm. Ew. What happened? Gross. I'm gonna be digging all of that out of there too. I don't know what happened to this. This is the Fresh Sugar Honey Lip Balm. The shade is just, this is like the best everyday neutral warm shade. It gives a beautiful tint to the lips. It's a little bit more pigmented than that, but just a stunning, stunning color. This formula comes in tons of colors. I don't know that I would recommend the clear one. I don't think I've ever used that one, but the tinted ones, I love Rose as well, but Honey this year was my jam. And last year, to be honest. And then the Fenty Slip Shine lipsticks. I have two shades. This is Retro Rose. I didn't think I was gonna like these as much when I first got them because I felt like the formula was thick, but I ended up really enjoying these. I have another shade. It's like a peachier shade too. Okay, that's it for like lipsticks, and then I have glosses. So what I have on right now is the Persona gloss, and I have on the shade Shortcake. And then the other shade I have, I think, is Peach. The sticker fell off, but this formula is really, really beautiful. I love these glosses so much. You're gonna see a theme in color as well. But these are a favorite. I love them. One of my all-time favorite gloss formulas as well is the Dose of Colors glosses. This is the shade Messy Bun. I think I have one other like peachy shade too, but this formula is extremely pigmented. These are a little bit more sheer. This is what I have on. So it has pigment to it, but it is a little on the sheer side as well. Full pigment from the Dose of Colors ones. Full pigment, and they last a long time. New to me this year was Juvia's Place. This is the shade Barely There. This formula is just great. Juvia's Place knocked it out of the park with this launch. I love these so much. This one is pretty opaque. I love how big the applicator is. Yeah, that's pretty opaque. It's a good gloss. I love these. They're very similar. Not the same, but similar in shape to the Dose of Colors. And then, of course, we have the Tower 28 glosses. This is Fire, this is Cashew. I think I prefer the milky line to like the more clear jelly line, but I love these. These were two of my go-tos all year round. Well, This was more summer, but this is like an all year round shade. I was super late to the game with this, but I knew I was gonna like them. I think I purchased these in December. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Obsessed. These are quite thick in texture, and they are pretty pigmented, but they do have ones that are more on the sheer side as well. This is Reef, I think. Yes. But just such a beautiful formula, so shiny. And then, oh my God, so this is technically a lip balm. That's all the glosses. I have 2 lip balms. Y'all don't sleep on these e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balms. This is the shade Tough Cookie, I think. Yes, this is Tough Cookie. Look how thick that is. Like, do you see that? I don't need all of that. There. Do you see how thick that is? Oh, it is so stunning on the lips. I wear this this shade specifically every time I get the opportunity because I just think it's so beautiful. And it's so hydrating. It is thick, but it lasts such a long time on the lips. And then last but definitely not least, the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. This is the shade Berry, or, well, they do have technically different colors, but flavor Berry. I have several different flavors of this. I think Berry is my favorite that I've tried so far, but I've used up a couple of these. I love them so much. I have one in my purse, in my bathroom, in my nightstand. I think I had one here, but I moved it. I have backups of this like ready to go. I don't want to be without this. And it makes my lips feel so hydrated. I have other lip balms that I like, but I love that one. It just hydrates my lips more than most other things do and keeps them hydrated. I don't feel like I constantly have to have this on my lips, and that to me means my lips are hydrated. So, love this baby. That's it. That's all the products. I'm excited that that's over. I didn't want this video to be super long, and I think I actually did a good job. It might still be 30 minutes to y'all, but I'm not cutting out like an hour of time. So I hate when that happens. That happens to me a lot when I film. It just is who I am. I chitty chat a lot, and then I'm off doing other things, and then my dogs interrupt. Fun stuff. Anyways, I hope y'all still enjoyed this video, even though it was late. I do plan on doing a skincare, hair care, lifestyle version as well. Let me know if y'all want to see that. That's not as high on my priority list. So, you know, I don't have to film that, but I think that I might if it doesn't get too late into the month and I can squeeze it in. But yeah, I'll have everything that's on my face linked down below. I'm not wearing a ton of the products that I mentioned today because I am reviewing this today as well. So I'm excited. That's it for this video. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Let me know your 2020 favorites down below in the comments. I would love to hear your favorite things. And we can have like cool conversations about our favorite stuff. Let me know if you love any of the stuff that I mentioned today. And you can find me on Instagram at AndreaKristinBeauty, just like my YouTube channel, or on Twitter at AndreaK_beauty. Yeah. If you have any video requests, leave those in the comments, and I'll be coming back real soon with some more declutter videos. Y'all seem to be liking those, and I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great night wherever you are. Bye.